Okay, so today we're going to talk about logarithms and what they are used for. So let's look at a couple practice problems. Okay, so do you think you can solve for x in this one? So this one says 5 to the power of what gives you 25? Okay, well that would be x equals 2. Easy peasy. Okay, then we have 3 to the power of what gives you 27? Well, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, so that would be x equals 3. Then we have 10 to the power of what gives you 10. Well, that'd be 10 equal, or 10 to the first equals 10. Okay, what about this one? 10 to the power of x equals 56. Well, you know that 10 to the first is 10. 10 squared is 100. So we know that our answer is somewhere in between 1 and 2, but we don't know exactly where that's at. So to actually figure that out, you would have to get a calculator and actually guess and check what number would give you 56. So that is why logarithms are important. So what you can do is you can change this problem from logarithmic to exponential. Or actually in this case, from exponential to logarithm. So if I have log base b, so log is just shorthand for logarithm, base b of x equals z, I can rewrite this as b to the power of z equals x. So now if you were to go the other direction, so cover this up. So in this case, you'd be solving for z, which is the exponent. You can write log base b, so this first number is always your base, log base b of x equals z. So if I were to take this and apply it to this problem here, we would have log base 10. So remember the first number or the base of your exponent is always the base of your log. So you have 10 of 56 equals x. And if you were to look at your calculator, there is actually a log button. So now we can just take this and plug it straight into your calculator and you will get your answer. So let's practice just switching from one form to the other. So in these ones, we want to change from exponential to log form. So we are going from here to here. So we have log, you always start with log, you write your base, which is 5, of 25 equals 2. So in your head, if you were to just be given this, you would think 5 to the power of what gives you 25? Well, that's 2. Okay, so to rewrite this one, we have log base 2 of 32 equals 5. In this one, log base A of C equals B. So a way you can remember how to write this, you can do this A always comes first, your base always comes first, and then these two flip-flop. So A, and then B and C flip. I don't love that idea. I just prefer that you actually have an understanding of what a logarithm means. So here it would be A to the power of what gives you C. Well, A to the power of B gives you C. So that's why your B is over here. Okay, and then if you're changing from logarithm to exponential, so we have log base 4 of 16. So you have 4. This thing, your answer is always your exponent. 4 squared equals 16. So I'm just going to write here that this is always your exponent. So over here we have 3 to the power of 4 equals 81. Okay, so now let's pretend that you are doing a problem and you get something like this. Let's see. So you have log of 100 equals 2. So notice how this problem is missing a base. So this logarithm right here does not have a base right here. So if there's ever something written that doesn't have one, it's automatically a 10. So I would say it's similar to, this is just a side note, let's say you have the square root of 36. So technically there is a 2 right here, but you don't actually have to write the 2 because it's a square root. So if it was a cubed root, you would have to write a 3. Same with over here. So if there's not something written, it's just automatically a 10. So you need to remember that. Okay, and then the last thing we need to look at is just evaluating logs. So our first problem is log no base of 1,000. So we know we have a 10 here based on what we just talked about up here. So this, in my head, I am thinking 10 to the power of what is going to give you 1,000? Well, 10 squared is 100. 10 to the third is actually 1,000. So we can write log base 10 of 1,000 equals 3. Okay, and then over here, I think in my head, you don't actually have to write this every time, but I just want to write it so you know how to think. 2 to the power of what gives you 8? Well, 2 times 2 is 4, so that's 2 squared. Times 2 again, that gives you 8, so that would be 3.